Hello, everyone. My name is Woody Farmer. We're here in Las Vegas, Nevada, with the Ladies International Wrestling Association, and I am privileged to have with me here tonight in interviewing the greatest wrestler I think ever walked into the squared circle, and everybody in the world knows this gentleman, Freddie Blassie. Freddie, it's a pleasure for me to...
Well, it's a real pleasure for me, too, to meet you, Woody. I came down here today, and I seen so many people that I hadn't seen in years. After all, I am 76 years old, and I've been in this business 59 years. And it's a pleasure meeting all you and the rest of these crew, these fellas around here.
Freddie, you had a long, great life in wrestling, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you've seen a lot come and go, and a lot... What would you say you've been on now? About your third or fourth generation of young wrestlers coming and going?
At least I've been in, it's six decades that I've been in the business. 59 years, and it's changed so much. The wrestlers today, the things that they do today, I mean, I would have never even attempted in my career, because never at any time did both my feet leave the mat. At least one foot was on that mat. But the things now, they jump off the top rope onto the floor, and they do all kinds of hellacious things. And they say, well, in my era, in my era, in my era. In my area, you're full of beans. I mean, after all, it's much harder today than it is then. It's harder to get started in our profession today, too, than it was then.
Yeah, Freddie, you know, we have a lot of writers, newspaper people, and the media come along and say, well, do this or do that. You know, they have never worked out in the ring. They have never been an amateur. They have never been a pro. And people like yourself have had knees put in, hips put in, like Red Bastille and these guys. Then they turn around and say, well, wrestling is phony, this. They never had to do that and put up with it. What do you think about people like that?
Well, they're a bunch of idiots, and anybody who pays any attention to them is a bigger idiot. Because, as you say, they've never been in a ring, they don't know a headlock from a hammerlock, and they don't even know how to get up the steps to walk through the ropes. They'd stumble over their feet if they were walking into the ring, and yet they have the nerve to say, well, wrestling is dying out. Why is it dying out? Because it's the kind of idiots like that are writing things that are not true. And they're trying to think they're, all they are, I guess I can say it, they're legalized pimps. That's what they are. They're living off the wrestling, and yet they don't have the guts to come up and tell it to your face. If someone like that were to tell it to me face, I'd slap him right in the head. Because here I have 2 artificial knees. I've had 27 major operations. I have an artificial hip. I lost my right kidney. I lost 80% vision in my right eye. I have 3 cracked vertebrae in my neck, which means I have a broken neck. I have 7th and 11th thoracic vertebrae fused together. Every rib on the right side, 5 on the left. And outside of that, I didn't get hurt too bad.
You know, Freddie, I do a local talk show in the Bay Area, and it is going to be a privilege for me to play this and talk about your career on these shows.
Well, thank you, Woody. I mean, after all, I've seen you when you started. And you got to forgive me today for not recognizing you. After all, with these old glimmers of mine, I can only see 80%. I lost 80% out of my right eye when I got hit in the eye with an egg and tore the retina in 2 places. In my left eye, I have cataract. So I'm not able to see too good. But I still feel that I'd like to get in the ring with those pencil neck geeks that write these things.
I would too. But you know, Freddie, where you recognize me now, we've been friends for years. And just being a friend of yours means a lot to me.
Well, Woody, believe me, you're an asset to the wrestling profession, and anybody that tells the people out there differently than the way we've been talking, don't pay no attention to them. They're full of...
I know.
Hot air.
Freddie, it's been a privilege.
Woody, thank you. I want to thank you, and I want to tell all those people out there in the Bay Area, patronize my good friend here, Woody. I guarantee you, he's the best.
Thank you.
Wait just a minute. What makes you think that Woody Farmer is the best?
Well,
when you talk about Woody Farmer, you don't even know who the best is.
Well, Woody Farmer's the best.
No, he's not. I'll tell you one thing. I personally, Freddie Blassie, know that he is absolutely... well, he's one of those pencil necks that you call him.
Pencil neck geek. Yeah, but you know, right. I know Mae Young here for a jillion years, and when she talks like that about you, Woody, that means she loves you.
I know. You know, I wouldn't trade Mae for nothing in the world. She is a sweetheart, And just being a friend of both of you is the greatest thing in the world to me.
Let me tell you something. Woody Farmer is a very dear friend of mine. He and I had a wrestling school out in California, and we did some TV out there. Can't beat him. He's one of the greatest guys in the world, and not only that, he's one of the top wrestlers of the country. You know,
well,
you've met him a few times yourself.
Like I said, if you're talking that way about Woody, that means you're good friends of his.
Well, let's put it this way. A few years ago, Freddie Blassie done a few U-turns on my forehead.
Let me tell you something, Woody. But the first time I saw you carry that piano up that Lombard Street in San Francisco, the crookedest street there, I'm telling you, that was amazing. I never seen a man do such a thing. Did you?
No, that was enough for you and me.
That was enough for me. That made me a believer that Woody Farmer was one of the toughest wrestlers in the business.
One of the strongest.
Freddie, how many years have I known you, baby?
Oh, God almighty. I just told him I've been in the business 59 years.
Well,
and May is only about 38.
I've only been in for 53, Freddie, and I saw you in Boston, Massachusetts
That's
about
right.
1940.
Yeah, that's like...
So,
there's Moolah! Hello, honey.
When we get Moolah in here, too,
comes Moolah.
I'm telling you, this
Here's the
tonight...
lady. Here's the world's greatest wrestler.
L-I-W-A. L-I...
Well, now, this is a privilege for me, having the great Moolah, the great Mae Young, and the great Freddie Blassie. What else can a guy ask?
I certainly don't sit down without getting a kiss from Freddie Blassie. And
God
Woody.
almighty.
Okay, thank you. I would give Freddie a kiss, but I don't think I should.
Well, let's wait till later.
Okay.
But somebody's wearing some good perfume.
That's me, baby.
Is
That's
that you?
me, yeah.
Oh, God almighty, honey. I'll just be smelling around you all night.
Now you've known the fabulous Moolah for quite a few years yourself. I know that.
Yeah.
I've known her quite a few since I trained her, and she turned out to be the greatest wrestler in the history of women wrestling.
That is right. And I guarantee you, the McMahon family, they can say that, and they've said it time and time again. Moolah's the greatest lady wrestler they've ever come across.
You know,
I can say the same thing about the McMahons. They're the greatest promoters that there ever was or ever will be.
I got a chance to work for Vince McMahon Sr. a few years ago, and he treated me nice. He was a great guy, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, Freddie.
Once again, Woody, it's been a real pleasure, and we got to do this more often. And you pencil neck geeks out there, remember what I told you. This is the man.
Mae and Moolah, it's really been a privilege of being here and working with you guys this weekend.
Thank you.
I think you did a great thing for the Wrestling Association, and I think that your Hall of Fame is going to come through for you.
Thank you very much, Woody.
Thank you. Thanks, Mae.
Thank you, Woody.
And once again, thank you.
Let me say this, Woody. Without people like you guys here, this Hall of Fame would never materialize. But we have hopes that all of you old-timers that have been in this business a long time will take encouragement.
Be careful how you say that, old-timer. I'm not old.
Right, I'm sitting on this side.
I'm not talking about the fabulous Moolah. I'm talking about the one and only great Mae Young and classy Freddie Blassie, you know, and little Woody Farmer. I'm talking about us guys and girls. If we
And
get
don't
together.
forget, Mae Weston is older than you are.
Oh yeah, I know. So anyway.
And there she is.
There she is.
Mae.
Here.
My gosh. Come on in here, Mae. God almighty. You still look the same.
I wasn't supposed to be involved. Of course I still look the same. What did you expect me to change?
Well, God almighty, you look great.
Well, just because I got over the hills didn't mean I had...
You're not over the hill.
Sit down.
Well, you're right. I'm not over the hill, but I'm old as the hill.
No.
Oh, yeah.
You look good.
I feel good.
Thank you.
Boy, I'll tell you right
You should
now.
have seen her wrestle last night. Mae Weston in the ring. That reminded me back in the 40s, and you know, she started wrestling in 1936. You and her should be about in the same category.
I started before you did.
No, 35.
35? You were still in the Navy.
No, I was in the Navy when I got 1942, I joined the Navy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1942 is when we met Freddie Blassie in Boston, Massachusetts.
And what was her name with used to worked for the circus, I think.
Oh, Mars Bishop.
Gladys Gillum.
Gladys Gillum.
Kill him.
Yeah. Oh, Gladys Gillum.
Yeah.
You know, if we stop and think about this and add up the years sitting right here at this table, When he'd be enormous.
Speak for yourself. Not
Please
me.
don't talk about my age.
I'm talking about the years in wrestling.
The only one that can talk about Mae Weston's age is me, and she's older than I am. That's the
Well,
one
as far
thing.
as I'm concerned, age is just a number.
That's right.
Me too.
That is right.
Yeah, but when those numbers get high, it is
But that's when
terrible.
you're supposed to start going backwards.
No.
Well, I tell
no.
you one thing,
You
Mae
can,
Weston.
you can fool the people,
I,
but you can't fool yourself.
My doctor was checking me out the other day, and the first thing he said is, he says, well, you're just in great shape. And I said, yeah, and I'm wrestling tomorrow night. He said, oh, my God. I said, what are you saying, oh, my God, for? I said, I'll be wrestling when I'm 100. He says, and believe me, I want to see you, too.
I hope he does.
And I hope we both do.
You know, all you people in the Bay Area is well known and well liked.
Well, thank you, Woody.
And I think, Freddie, if you get right down to it, people like you, the great Ray Stevens and the Pattersons and Gomez's, anybody ever be able to take your place.
I never will forget when we used to wrestle at Cow Palace. I'd team up with Ray Stevens and Pat Patterson, and they'd bring me in from Southern California, and I'd fly up, and the 3 blondes would wrestle the 3 Latins. Pepper Gomez, Pedro Morales, and the other pencil neck geek.
Yeah, there's all pepper bellies.
Yeah, and we'd have to fight our way from the dressing room to get to the ring to start the match, and after the match was over, we'd have to fight from the ring to get back to the dressing room.
And take these beautiful ladies right here. There'll be nobody will ever take these ladies' place in the wrestling room, as far as I'm concerned.
No, the lady wrestlers they have today, they just couldn't cut the mustard with these girls.
Oh, look at this. This is my old boyfriend,
Oh,
Red Bat
gee.
King.
Oh, Jesus.
This
What a homecoming this is.
an old time.
This is a real old timer here, Woody.
Here we are.
This guy is a real old timer. I'm telling you.
I hear that.
I take my hat off to him. I'll take my hat off to him.
Take off the red
Yeah,
Blassie?
yeah.
Freddie,
He's the real old timer.
Is this the
He
true
is
one I
older
hear?
than we are, isn't
That's
he?
right. He's older than Hills.
Listen, when I get to be Freddie's age, I want to be just like him.
Hey, Red, I heard it different. I heard
You used to carry Freddie's bag,
Freddie
too,
used
when you
to,
were a
right.
little boy? I figured you did.
I hear Freddie used to carry your bags for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
I remember him when he was in the Navy, and he came home for leave up in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Tony Stecker. That's a long time ago. He was a little shaver
That was
then.
about 65.
Oh, come off of that. Come off of that. I remember when that was.
Well, give or take
He was a
50
little
years,
red-headed
buddy.
kid. I remember that.
You know, this turned out to be about a 3-minute interview, right? I think we'll make a whole hour out of this one.
Well, I'm sure I'd enjoy every minute of it.
I got to tell you a story. One time I was in Minneapolis. I wrestled in a small town down in southern Minnesota called Mankato. And they didn't have, I just got out of the Navy and they didn't have any pictures of me. So they put a picture of Freddie Blassie in the picture, and then they put my name underneath of it. And then when I got in the ring, we used to wear those long robes. Nobody could see what I looked like. And then I got in the ring, I took off the robe, and someone said in the ringside, "What happened to you?" And I said, "Well, I've been sick." And the guy said, "How sick can you get without dying?"
I'll bet right here at this table, there could be a lot of good stories told.
Oh, you know.
We could make a church out of this studio.
I don't know what kind, but it could be a church.
You know, here tonight at the Ladies International Wrestling Association here in Las Vegas, there's a lot of wrestlers here tonight, and a lot of wrestlers that's been retired, and a lot of wrestlers not retired, and they're here having a big dinner tonight and having a good old time and
Did
partying.
you say retarded or retired?
Both.
Okay.
You know, it's affairs like this that you enjoy going to, you know.
Yeah.
Freddie, you know what I'd like to say? Do you remember, well, probably before I started wrestling, there was a second that was in Dallas, Texas, by the name of Buddy Hammond. Do you remember him?
Yes, yes, yes.
Do you know he's standing right there?
He's the world's
Come on over,
most,
buddy.
the
Buddy
world's
Hammond,
most-
come on in
most
over.
Come on
foremost-
over.
Come over in here,
Let
buddy.
me just introduce him here. The world's foremost second in the ring. He was the second to take us to the ring. He did it for 53 years. Sit down right here, buddy.
I do, buddy. How are you?
Many a time with you, mister.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dallas, Texas.
That's right, that's
Turn around
right.
so we can see you on TV there.
Yeah, yeah,
McLemore, remember him?
And how old
yeah,
are you
yeah,
now?
yeah. Ed
82 years
McLemore,
old,
yeah,
still
yeah. And Doc Sorpolis. Doc
Remember
Sorpolis.
Dr. Polis?
Good God.
Yeah, he was a
I mean,
young man.
the sportatorium, that was the place.
That's right.
I mean, you made it at the sportatorium for Doc Sorpolis. You were tops.
Yeah, I made it tops there many times. How about you?
Oh yeah.
So, buddy, you're
I made
82
it
years
over
old?
the top ropes many times.
Yeah. In fact, the case is I made it over the top ropes last
I
night.
worked as an active second and a referee for 53 years. And I've been with the Golden Glove boxing tournament for 58 years.
That is
You
unbelievable.
still live in Texas?
Yes, sir.
He came all the way from Dallas just to be here to see the fabulous Moolah. You know, he's been in love with the fabulous Moolah for the last umpteen years, ever since she did it.
Yes.
You know, the fabulous Moolah always tries to look a little bit disgruntled in the ring, but really everybody loves the fabulous Moolah. And even though she wrestled a little bit on the rough side, they still
No,
love
she
her.
was just aggressive.
But she may be
Thank
aggressive,
you, Freddie.
but they still love her.
Well, I can't blame everybody being in love with her.
Well, I'm proud of her. I'm very proud that she turned out to be the greatest champion in women wrestling, since I trained and had a little something to do with her training.
Do you remember the spoiler?
Yeah,
Don,
sure.
He said to tell
Yeah, Don
everybody
Jardine.
up there hello.
Don
He knew
Jardine.
that I was coming.
Is that right?
Don Jardine.
Don Jardine.
Yeah.
He is on his way to Canada. He and his wife. She is a Canadian mounted police woman. She's going to school in Tampa for criminology or something, studying criminology. Then
Did they live up in Canada? Well, I guess they
yeah,
do.
they're going back to Toronto, I think.
Well, do you know I had my first mixed tag team match
Was
with
he?
Don
I told
Jardine?
you about the film.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that my friend there in Tampa's got it. I was in Tampa last month, the month before that. I saw the hook and
Well, you just said a nasty word.
You sure did.
I'll pick my feet up there.
Okay, thank you.
Here's a guy that's definitely stuck for an answer when you tell him hello. That's a guy that's definitely stuck for an answer when you tell him hello. Hulk Hogan. I was the one discovered him and managed him. I was his first manager for WWF. And if it wouldn't be for the McMahons, he'd still be playing that chili dipper that he played, that guitar, whatever you
I don't
call
know
it.
about the man at all.
Well, you don't want to know anything
I
about him
don't.
because he's NG.
I don't even want to
With
know
capital
about
N and capital G. He is without a doubt the worst thing that ever came into this square. Yeah, yeah. I
He's
took him to
been Bob
Japan
Orton then,
and
isn't he?
taught him everything that he knows over in Japan, and he became one of the biggest attractions they ever had in Japan. And to this day, not that I need it or not that I want it, he hasn't even offered me a glass of water. Not much a glass, a bottle of Coke, a glass of water.
And he won't.
That's
either.
right. That's right.
Well, that's the difference from you
Well,
and me.
He bought a house for $3 million, loaded with termites, had to tear it down. That shows you how brilliant he is. That's true.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's
It's
right.
on an island right out there in Clearwater.
That's
There's a
right,
little
yeah.
island out there. You've got to go through a security gate to get in there,
Yeah,
too.
well, I mean, they got to check him every night. They don't trust him.
I
And he
don't-
lives there.
I don't trust anybody.
I thought you trusted me,
I
but
do, baby, you know that.
Oh.
She knows the kind of love that I have for her, just like her, you,
I
and
know
me,
that.
her.
I know that.
That's Christian love.
I mean, but some of these Johnny-come-latelys like Hulk Hogan, they think they're God's gift to women. They think they're the greatest thing since water, and they think they're the ones that are keeping wrestling going. They don't know it was people like us that made this business
Yeah, right.
what it is today.
Yes.
But they've gone on further, but he's not one of them that took it any further. I mean, if it were left up to him, it'd just be going backwards all the time.
It'd just be Hulk Hogan.
That's right.
But
Freddie.
That's right.
but we're here to push wrestling, and not only ourselves, but to push the sport of wrestling.
He wants to be a movie actor, and he's made 4 movies, and every one of them, I think they drove, the first movie drew about 2 people. The next one was maybe 2.5. That was a 6-month-old baby.
I thought it was a midget.
But he thinks he's going to be a movie actor.
Freddie, I want to ask you.
He's got a long ways to go.
That's right.
Every promotion that comes up, if they don't have some of the guys that's been around for a while, they don't make it.
That's right.
If you don't have some of the guys that's been around this business for a while and know what's happening, you can just kiss that promotion goodbye. Am I right or wrong?
That's exactly right. Because it takes those old timers that have been in this business and loves the business in order to make the thing work.
That's right.
They don't have the ring knowledge or the promotional knowledge of wrestling in order to bring it up into a flow. This is why Vince McMahon has been so successful, is because he's the third generation of promotions. I remember his father when he first started promotion.
And the fourth generation coming up now, his son is working with WWF.
And the one reason that the LIWA, the Founders Award, which the Founders Award is an award given, the founders was Teresa Thies, the Fabulous Moolah, and Mae Young. And we created this award for one purpose, is for the person that has supported us the most. And each year there's only one given away, and Vince McMahon is one of the greatest men. He supports us 100%. And then we are so happy and proud to have him as a supporter of our organization, because he loves the business. We're looking for people that love this business, not just to make money, but because we love the sport.
Yeah,
and like Freddie Blassie, that's why he's here tonight.
Yeah, but when Vince McMahon went into the wrestling business, all the wrestling ladies and the wrestling guys he brought into the business, they knew what they was doing.
Exactly.
He surrounded himself with people that knew what they was doing and helped him make it what it is.
That's
Absolutely.
Right. That's exactly
if it wasn't
right.
people like Blassie and you guys here, Vince wouldn't be where he's at today.
That's right.
He's the biggest asset that wrestling's had, though. I mean, he took it where it is today. I mean, not just peanuts and things. We used to, you have to admit, when we wrestled, like I said, in my first match I made $1. There was no way that McMahon would even think of opening up the doors or something like that. I mean, the wrestlers, they've made thousands and thousands of dollars. In fact, this pencil neck geek, Hulk Hogan, that lousy, terrible musician, you hear what I'm saying about you? And he became a multi-millionaire through the manipulation and the promotion of Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon's made a lot.
And I'll tell you one thing, as far as his wrestling is concerned, I think he stinks. I personally have never seen him put a good hammerlock on anybody.
Watch it, I got news for you. I think I can beat him.
That's right.
I got to raise my feet on that one.
Freddie, I think I can beat Hulk Hogan.
Well, I know you can.
Okay.
You know good and well that I can, don't you?
Oh, definitely. So can Woody. So can May.
Where's that here?
I think, well, we're right down the line, but we're still going. We're in the running.
Fred, is Blackjack Mulligan still working for the office?
No, he's with
competition?
Yeah. Yeah,
he's wrestling independently, I think.
Well, I worked for him once or twice in Dallas when they had a show there. I was timekeeper.
I managed him when he was with WWF.
Mm-hmm. And then, another man, I forget his name now, he even run me out of the dressing room. I told him, I said, that's all right, man. I've been around here longer than you have.
And you're still here.
I heard from my training. I said, I know some of these guys.
That's kind of low.
Yeah, well, but I don't know if you know Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
He and I made that movie together, Breakfast with Blassie. And the first time I met him was at the Olympic Auditorium. What's he doing this for?
I think what we're going to have to say...
That pencil neck geek's running out of film? Hey, listen, I just sat down here. I just sat down. I don't want to... I mean, if you're going to be Mickey Mouse Steele, only going to interview him for a couple minutes, it's not worth it. I'm leaving. I quit.
You know, it's been a pleasure with all you guys.
There's no way. I mean, Woody, I got up, you called me over for an interview, and 2 minutes is all you did me. I'm leaving.
It's really been a pleasure with these guys.
That's it.
And we'll see y'all guys soon.
No.
Bye-bye.
I mean, not until you get some more film. You know what I'm talking about?
Fred.